Hello everyone, I'm Ernie and I'm so glad you're here with us today. Today I'm at the historic Dayton Cemetery because there are some famous people, well-known people who are buried here, and we're going to check out this historic cemetery and find out what it's all about. Let's get to it. The Dayton Cemetery was founded in 1851. This is one of the oldest and constantly maintained cemeteries in Nevada. The trail to the California Motherlode passed on the southwest side of the cemetery, and with careful observation, the wagon tracks can still be seen today. Dennis Castanelli wrote that the Pony Express route came through this area and it ascended a steep slope towards the west with a trail marker at the top of the hill that can be seen. I don't remember if it was the slope by the water tank or if it was this slope here. I remember seeing it a while back ago, but I didn't see it today. And when you're standing in the cemetery, you have an awesome view of Dayton Valley. And when you look at the history, there's just lots of life happening around this area. And this area is really the gateway to the Comstock Lode. We are standing about 200 yards from the cemetery, and right there, about a quarter mile away, is the mouth of Gold Canyon. In 1849, Abner Blackburn was guiding a Mormon pack train through Dayton and discovered gold at the mouth of Gold Canyon. When gold was discovered in Gold Canyon, they opened a trading post, but in the 1850s, a permanent settlement was established. In 1861, the town was officially named Dayton in honor of John Day. The most interesting gravesite is that of Sandra Sanders. The most famous gravesite is that of James Old Virginie Finney, the man Virginia City was named after. He was beloved by many Comstock miners. Old Virginie discovered the first quartz claim on the Comstock at Gold Hill. On June 20th of 1861, Old Virginie was thrown from his horse in Dayton and died. Originally, Old Virginie was not buried here at the Dayton Cemetery. He was buried at the lower part of the cemetery, but there's conflicting stories that there was once a flood and his body as well as two others were washed up, and so they were reburied here at the Dayton Cemetery. The other story is that there were some buildings going on and their bodies were in the way of the progress, so they moved his body and the other bodies to the Dayton Cemetery. Also buried here is Charles Russell. He was the governor of Nevada from 1951 to 1959. This is where the Randall family is buried. They once had a very large ranch in Dayton, and their ranch was located where the Dayton Valley Golf Course is today. This is the Quilici family, and they opened one of the very first stores here in Dayton. Many people buried here are Italian Americans. They dominated much of Dayton's early history. Recognizing the potential of the land and the irrigating value of the Carson River, they developed large ranches in Dayton Valley. The Italian Americans made this area the breadbasket for the Comstock. Here lies the Sabrajas. They were longtime residents of Dayton, and they are the mother and father of my old-timer friend Joey. Here lies Hans Lund. He is known for mining and making his fortune in Mound House, Nevada. Another notable burial here is that of Edward Lovejoy. Elijah Lovejoy was his father. Elijah was the first abolitionist martyr to the free press prior to the Civil War. After Edward's father was killed in November of 1837, the infant Edward was taken away by his mother and eventually ended up in Nevada, where he built a bar in Wabasca in Lyon County. When he died in 1891, he was buried here in Dayton. His wife Julia was later buried next to him. This concludes this episode of the historic Dayton Cemetery, and I am just amazed at all the activities that happened around this cemetery. And I want to encourage you, if you're ever in Dayton, make time to visit this cemetery. And if you enjoyed this episode, smash that like button, share this episode on your channel so others can enjoy it, and if you haven't subscribed to our channel, I encourage you to subscribe and to become part of our AU family. We love to have you in the family. We're happy that you're here with us today, and we'll see you on the next one.